Go ahead.
What's your prevailing emotion right now, Drew?
Yeah. I mean, listen, it was a hard-fought football game. And we played a really good team today. And obviously they came ready to play. And at the end of the day, they just made, more plays than we did, right? Love the way that we fought, in the fourth quarter. We really didn't play our best football, up until that point. But, put together some good drives during that period of time. And, put ourselves in a position to win. But unfortunately, again, they just made a few more plays than we did.
Did they surprise you with anything they did, or did they just execute for the first 3.5 quarters?
No, I'd say, looking back, there was probably some, bigger play opportunities that we just, missed on, whether, hey, they're just, they got to me before we could, we'd have a chance at it. We had a hard time staying on the field there early on, just a couple of those drives, not really ever getting going. So, and again, you play, that's a great defense. It's a well-coached defense, and so you understand at times it's going to be a battle and you're going to play the field position game, which we did. But, I'd say, special teams played well, gave us some opportunities. I did feel like, early on in that game, man, we were starting backed up a lot, So, they were making us have to, march the field. But, again, didn't play great for the first 3 quarters, or at least just, didn't feel like we were able to get, drives put together and play with great tempo and that kind of thing. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter that, things got cranked up.
Drew, because of that, the interception before the end of the first half, just because of the slow start, did you feel like you kind of needed a shot or a big play?
Well, we were trying to kind of catch him off guard, and so felt like Teddy was making his way over the top, and, guy made a nice play.
Is the hardest part, or one of the hard parts of this right now, knowing the reality that it's hard to keep the same group together, from one year to the next?
Sure, and that's the league that we're in. That's just the world we live in. There's always changes, and so you're very much starting over. Now I would say that we've got incredible culture here. We've got a great foundation built, and we know that there's a stable of guys that are going to be here a long time. And so then you always spend the off season, finding the other pieces, right? The complementary pieces, whether it be through the draft and free agency, and you never know how that's going to shake out. But bottom line is, I know the environment that whoever comes in from the draft or free agency or whatever, I know the environment that they're coming into, right? And the type of culture that we have and the type of locker room that we have, and it is one that is fun, and man, we work hard, but we play hard, and we have fun together, and we love each other, and this is the result, is winning a lot of games, guys playing for one another. Guys love coming to work together here in this locker room.
I know you say you like to take it.
Is there defending Adam Thielen, and credit to Kevin Stefanski and the Vikings for seeing it, taking advantage, and going after that and connecting on the Kirk Cousins throw to Adam Thielen. So, look, the Vikings offense played really well in this game for the most part. They put up to 20 points in regulation and then get the touchdown at the end to win it. But this was, TD, an uncharacteristic-like game for the Saints. Their first multi-turnover game of the season comes at the worst opportunity here in the postseason. 2 turnovers.
And that's what the postseason is about. You could be a clean team throughout the season, but if you make those mistakes in the postseason, they will come back to bite you. In this game, for them, the miscues, the field goal before the half, crucial.
Yeah.
They get the ball back, and then you have Drew Brees throws the pick. Whatever order. So he threw the pick, led to the Vikings getting on track, and then they missed the field goal. And then you talk about the fumble Drew Brees had as they were going through.
In Vikings territory.
In a game like this, you can't have those miscues. You just can't do it. But I give credit to the Vikings defense. Hunter balled out. Griffin balled out. Barr, the back end with Rhodes. Their defense played Michael Thomas had, 7 receptions?
Yep.
But he didn't.
Quiet.
But he very quiet on the day, right?
Yeah, 7 for 70.
Right, exactly. Didn't make a huge splash.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees was harassed all night. He was never comfortable. Didn't make those throws. Had a lot of throws where he missed, and they were on him. So I didn't think the Vikings defense could hold this offense down like they did. I didn't. And that's why I thought the Saints would win this game, because they would score a lot of points. But they came in there. And you talking about Anthony Harris. This guy came in this game with 6 interceptions, leads the team in picks, and he got that crucial pick before the half. So defense stepped up big time for the
Well, I
Vikings.
thought early in the first half, because the Saints couldn't generate yards and points, I thought Drew started to press a little bit, and that's the reason why he threw that interception. He threw that deep shot because he wasn't getting the yards and the points that he wanted to in the first half. And as you mentioned, that's a credit to the Minnesota Vikings defense. Held the Saints to right around 35, 36% on third down. That's unheard of for the Saints.
4 of 11.
Yeah, 4 of 11. And the reason why, I believe, how many yards did Kamara have? Like
Kamara, very
21
few.
rushing yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only 7 rushes. That's not Saints
Just 34
football.
receiving too on 8 catches. So
Yeah,
with
it's
these
not
quick
Saints
throws,
football.
and they couldn't get any. He wouldn't make anybody miss at that point either. All right, so a big win for the Minnesota Vikings, and now that sends the winning head coach Mike Zimmer to the podium.
Okay, good team win today. I thought we played well in all 3 phases. It was started out a little rough. We fumbled early in the ball game, but we were able to hold them to 3. There was a lot of ebbs and flows throughout the course of the ball game. Just proud of my team and the way they fought, the way they competed today, and it's good to see.
Mike, you said early in the week that you didn't think anyone was saying you could win this game, so to go out and win it, how satisfying is that?
Yeah, it's good. It's always nice to keep playing. And, I have a ton of respect for the New Orleans Saints, for Drew Brees, for all the players they have, for Sean Payton. He does an unbelievable job here. We're just fortunate to win today. But it feels good, when to be doubted and to be able to come up with a win.
That last play to Thielen, what was the thinking on that play call, taking a shot at that point in the game?
Yeah, well, we talked about, we didn't want to leave anything in the bag. We had a chance to go down and score and win, and that's what we're trying to do. So, it's a play that we've used before. It's a great throw by Kirk and a great catch by Adam. So, you got to take your shots when you're trying to win a playoff game.
Where the Lattimore was not in the game at that point. I know 21 was the guy covering Thielen.
I don't remember. No, they might have said something upstairs, and I either didn't hear them or I was talking to somebody else or the defense or something.
Mike, what went into the decision to play Everson and Daniil inside on passing downs? Seemed to work well.
Yeah, it's just a scheme thing we thought we might try this week.
What do you think of the way they did perform with the strip sack, obviously, by Daniil, a couple sacks by Everson?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's always nice when you do something and it works. Doesn't always work, but, you got to try.
First game you had.
Excuse me?
Offensively, I think this is the first game you guys had everybody healthy in quite a while. I mean, is that exactly how it's supposed to look like at the moment?
Yeah, it was good. I thought Dalvin ran the ball very hard today. The offensive line, I thought they did a nice job protecting. They got some really great players on the defensive line. The way he runs the football with the acceleration to get through the seams and the cracks, and then the physicality that he runs with, he made some great runs today.
Kyle mentioned that Kirk got the game ball in a lot of this game.
So did he.
What?
So I gave 2. He got 1 too.
Okay. He's taking so much criticism for the way he's played in big games. What do you think this game means to him?
Yeah, well, he's. They said he can't win a playoff game. He can't do this. He's only been in 2, so he's 50%. That's better than a lot of people. So, but I thought he played really well today. He took good care of the ball. He made good decisions. They had some heat on us, and so he had to make some great decisions. It's good. He's got to go out and prove it again next week, just like we all do.
Mike, what did it mean, Mark Will coming out of that statement Friday, showing the support that they have for you in this organization?
Hey, look, I don't really need to get talking about this. I love this team. I love the organization, and whatever they decide to do, they decide to do.
How valuable is it when Rudy can
size like that to body up and get a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, he's awful good in the red zone, and made a great catch. He's always been a great team player, and for him to be able to get the winning catch, I thought it was big.
You got a lot more targets Rudy got a lot more targets in the second half of the season than the first. Was there a conversation about getting him more involved, or is that just kind of organic?
Just coverages people play and things like that. I mean, Rudy always has coverage conversations about getting the ball more, but no, not